Welcome back, everybody. Parents know too well that kids grow out of their stuff really fast. Shoes, uniforms, they only seem to last for one season, really. Well, now one local group has figured out a way to upcycle your kids' old stuff and give it to other children who may not otherwise be able to afford it. Liz Bratz and Mark Rollison are here with Glow Ball Giving.
Yes.
And obviously, Glow Ball, referring to balls, soccer balls, baseballs, whatever kind of balls. Where did this idea come from, Liz, to upcycle those items?
Well, Mark can actually attest to that a little bit more because this was his baby. So I
was in a Habitat for Humanity trip 3 years ago, and we stopped off at a school of 250 kids. That it was a normal school, and somebody pulled out 3 soccer balls, and the kids had nothing to play with, and they basically melted. They were so happy. And so the light bulb went off, and I know, like you had said, that we go through a pair of shoes every 3 months, a uniform every 3 months. What do you do with it? Goodwill probably wouldn't want a uniform with all the different logos on it, and so the idea came up. I came home, did some quick research, and there's nothing that really exists on it on a national level that upcycles new and used sporting equipment. You know, and our goal is to be a nationwide entity and be the largest upcycler of this equipment.
So what do you do with it? You know, when you say, great, we'll take it, you know, because maybe Goodwill won't or something like that, and you want to do this nationally, what do you do with the old uniforms and shoes and extra balls? That's
a good question. So we go through a lot of it, and I'd say 99% of it can be reused. There's some stuff where we'll get one random shoe, so we'll have to try to find the other one. And we'll go through it, and a lot of it's in great shape. Surprisingly enough, we get things that look like it's been used once.
Oh, I believe it.
You know, Johnny at home doesn't want to play the sport anymore. What do you do with it? And so we get a lot of that kind of stuff. So we go through it and we itemize it by sport. We try to focus on 4 main sports. It's baseball, basketball, soccer, and volleyball. We'll get the occasional football equipment, rollerblades, and things like that. And so we have partnerships where we funnel this off. So like the Boys and Girls Clubs, Hometown Heroes, we supply a lot of the stuff here, but most of the other items are able to be shipped here in the United States or around the world.
Well, that's a good point to make. So how much of it stays and how much of it goes? Because you mentioned this, obviously, the Habitat trip that inspired you, not necessarily local.
So right now we're probably about a 50-50 split. You
That's
know,
fantastic.
surprisingly, it's a lot of budget cutbacks in schools. We've shipped a lot to Milwaukee schools, Chicago schools, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Florida, all schools or organizations helping the inner city youth. They just don't have the funding for this, and we'll ship a uniform and it might not say their school, but they'll play and they'll use it and they'll look like a team.
That's pretty cool, and we know Camp Hometown Heroes. Neil Willinson's been on the show many times, and that's local, and it's for children with a fallen family member from one of the armed forces branches, and so that's a neat way to keep that local, and there's national kids that go to that camp as well. So it's neat that you're really focusing on Milwaukee, also nationally and globally. I like that whole life light bulb. I think that's a neat saying for people to kind of remember, because we have those moments. Not everybody does something about it. So the fact you're doing something about it. What kinds of things do you guys have going on this summer that we can take part in? Or if people are like, you know, I've got these old jerseys, I don't know what to do with them. What are you guys doing this summer?
Well, since really the beginning of January, we've forged all these great partnerships with a lot of Milwaukee-based organizations. Mark mentioned Boys and Girls Club. They have 43 sites in Milwaukee. Playworks Wisconsin, which assists in the MPS school system. So lots of wonderful partnerships. But with that said, we have depleted our inventory of used equipment significantly. So we are actually, next Friday, June 19th, from 12 to 7 p.m., we are asking the community to come to our office with their used equipment and donate it.
Equipment being what? What kinds of things?
Anything that you could use to play sports. So that involves, that's apparel, that's cleats, that's tennis shoes, that's bats, balls, cones, jump ropes.
Knee pads for volleyball.
Knee pads, water bottles, first aid kits, things that you wouldn't think that are already on our existing fields, but in the inner city, across the world, they don't have these things, but they're so valuable. So that's one thing that we would highly encourage, like get your kids involved, go through your basement, go through your garage, encourage the Little League that your children are a part of, the soccer club, and bring stuff to our office. Neil, as you mentioned, and Capco has generously donated Chinooks tickets for us to give away to people.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and Burkhardt Sporting Goods has also given us coupons to give away.
So when people come to bring their stuff, will they get a ticket? Is that how that works, or how is that going to work?
If you donate over 25 pounds worth of equipment, we are going to give you a ticket.
That
for your
is
family.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's not hard to accomplish with a lot of sporting equipment. You could have a couple of bats and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So how do you go about making the donation? You just load it up, bring it to where?
Well, we get donation requests via our website and also through our connections within the city locally and then abroad now through our connection with the Peace Corps. So often people contact us, they give us a backstory of what the current conditions are. We have X, Y, and Z. We have 500 kids that want to do this. We want to start this program. This is what we have. This is what we don't have. And then we go through what we have and find what they need, and then internationally we ship out, and then we always provide one of our global giving signs so that they can take photos and videos with the kids and then send that back to us so that we can show our potential donors what we do.
Cool.
Yeah.
You also have a big night golf event coming up.
Yes.
And a lot of people are into glowing golf and things like that, and that's what you're doing, right?
Yes. Balls be glowing.
Yeah,
night golf.
balls be glowing.
That's the tagline. Yeah. Write that down.
Balls be glowing.
Balls be glowing.
Love it.
Yeah, so that is August 21st at the River Club in Mequon. Start time is 6 p.m. So we have live entertainment. We have a live and silent auction, a build your own burger bar.
Fun.
And then, tee off at dusk, and everything is like glow swag galore. So
do you have to bring your own glow stuff, or you have it all for people?
No.
Do you bring your own clubs, or what is it?
Yes, please bring your own clubs. No drivers, right?
Right.
No drivers.
No driver.
Yeah. No drivers in the dark. But yeah, glow balls, glow swag.
Fun.
Yes, so fun times.
That's fun. That's really great. I think what you guys do is wonderful.
It's a great
neat
idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it really is something that people can use, so it's great. Here's the information again for the Clean Out and Donate. That's going on Friday. It's the 19th. It's from noon to 7. You can bring your stuff to their location on River Lane in Brown Deer. You can find out more for this information on the night golf event as well. That's Saturday, August 21st. It's from 6 to midnight. Remember, it's glow in the dark. The phone number to call for more information is 414-405-3135, or you can email. That's where a lot of the information that you need you can get at kidsplay@globallgiving.org.
Balls be glowing.
Balls be glowing!
I'm going to say that all day.
Love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Great stuff.